Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the HIGH-5 podcast, HIGH-5 After Dark. I'm your host, Malcolm, from Malcolm&Mary, and today we're going to take a peek at some beautiful products off the shelves of HIGH-5. I'm joined by my coworkers and colleagues. Thank y'all for coming out and partying, as always. And we're going to start with you, Miss Wanda. What are we trying tonight on the podcast?
Alrighty, so tonight I have this Jungle Driver pre-roll.
Excellent.
And right off the bat, it's packed really, really well. Like, it's not too loose and it's also not too tight.
Okay.
And then with that dry pull, it's very sweet and also very earthy.
Okay. Sweet as in like berry, sweet as in like grassy.
I'd say sweet, almost kind of like candy-ish.
Okay.
Or like sugary.
Gotcha.
I like that.
Okay. And this is a super budget tier option, so I'm excited. I really wanted to get this on here because a lot of people come back for them way more than the Wildfire. And those who were smoking on the Wildfire, they're right about that same price point. Now they've been grabbing these. And there's 3 options of Wildfire, or 4 options, and there's 4 options of the, I think it's Articulated. Thank you. But there's also like a lot of options of that as well. So I think people are just like, no, these are a little bit better. So I want to see just what we think. But okay.
I'm very curious, so.
Yes.
You want it.
Yes.
Definitely so far, it's not too hot. That's something I'm noticing right off the bat, is it's not too hot.
Beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
I'd say it's a little, like when you first start out, it's a little hard to pull off of.
Okay.
But as it starts kind of get going, I've noticed it's getting easier.
Gotcha. And of course, when the joint is 1 full gram, that's a long way for the smoke to travel. So the getting definitely does get better as you get further along, for sure. Okay,
And
but
it's also burning like really evenly.
beautiful. Beautiful. And Wanda, would you say so far on those first hits, how smooth is this?
I'd say like 7 out of 10.
Nice. Okay. And also, when it comes to the Articulated brand, have you tried Jungle Driver before, the strain?
No, I've actually not tried any of their stuff. This is going to be a first time.
No, I know, but the strain Jungle Driver.
Oh, yeah, no, I've never tried the strain either.
Okay, me neither. That sounds fun. Okay, very fair. And they do also have a classic. I think that Blue Dream and a couple others. And White Runs is another one. Okay, and then Wanda, when it comes to the pre-rolls, and this, mind you, being the cheapest pre-roll that we have, do you think that this is something that you could see yourself trying if you were in a pinch and you just needed, or even maybe if you weren't in a pinch? Do you see yourself buying this over maybe like a Fat Panda joint, or for, trying to get bang for your buck?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Especially if I was in a pinch, I'd definitely pick this up.
Okay. Because my thing is this: you spend an Andrew Jackson and you literally have 10 grams. Kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Very fair. Okay. Thank you, Wanda. And we'll check back in with you, see how that desired effects, see how those desired effects are, see how that high is starting to emit itself. And to see if that also keeps burning well and keeps smoking. Thank you, Wanda. And Emily, what are we trying tonight on the podcast?
So I'm going to be trying a strain I've never tried from a farm that I have tried. So Black Lotus Sweetwater. I preemptively did the thing where I peeled the sticker back and then tore off the thing. Because if I had tried to tear it off right at the notch, I would have been stuck at this thing. So I took it off completely. But look at what I had to do. I had to peel back the QR sticker, right, with everything, pull that back, and then peel all the way around just to open it.
Doesn't make sense.
I still don't like their packaging, but their weed is just bomb. So, this guy specifically And just when I tore it, I haven't even like fully opened it, but I did get like funk. Like there's a lot of just like to your face, like strongness. So
Nice.
yes, that is funky. Ooh, that kind of smells like a locker room. But like there's a little bit of like sugar sweetness to it too, you know. Literally just like sugar, like nothing else, just sugar and funk. It's a weird combo, but it is good.
Okay.
A little fruity too, but like on the citrus side fruity, you know.
How loud would you say it is out of 10?
Oh, it's loud. This like a, I mean, I was gonna say 8.5 just to be on the safe side, but I mean this guy is pretty potent. Like I didn't even open it all the way. I just tore off the notch and got it. So I'm gonna say 10.
Nice.
I smelled it before I even fully opened it.
Nice.
This is the biggest nug in there. I do have a little nugs in there too.
Nice.
But like that is gorgeous, and it is frosty, and it is literally sticky. That is still on my thumb, by the way. Still on it. Oh, there we go. That was impressive.
But nice, yeah.
So the only thing I don't like is the bag is also sticky. Look at it. Woo! I'm sorry, I'm being a smart ass now. Yeah, and this is what's left. Just 2 little baby nugs. So not bad. I am really excited. I am grinding this up, and I'm smoking it in my So Fresh and So Clean bong that I cleaned.
Woo.
And of course, it is a skull. Tried and true. Oh my god, is that a seed? Did I just get a fucking seed?
Keep it.
Shut the fuck up. I totally did. I never get seeds in weed.
If you have a squeeze it. If it doesn't break, it's a decent seed. Squeeze it as hard as you can. Did it break?
Mm-mm.
Then it might.
Oh, a little crack.
Okay. Okay. If you ever, and also to everybody out there, if you ever get a cannabis seed, squeeze it as hard as you can. It should not break. If you squeeze it as hard as you can and it doesn't break, that's a great seed. Great seed.
Should I give it to like Robert or
Yep.
something? Beautiful.
Yep. everybody at a HIGH-5 gets seeds and gives them right to Robert. As we should. As we should. That man gonna grow it and get it. That man gonna grow it and get a pound and give you an ounce.
Yeah, I've never seen a seed before. Thank you, Sweetwater. I almost said Primus, but that's one of their strains.
Yes. And also, especially, and a lot of people are like, oh my god, you got this seed. That's not good weed. First of all, stupid. Second of all, that's the gift that keeps on giving. Now we have the opportunity to get even more of this amazing strain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
don't hate on the
That's
seeds.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That shit was fun. I was like, well, I picked it up thinking it was just like a leafy that fell. I was gonna put it in my grinder, but I was like, oh wait a second, shit is harder. Is my connection like super shitty? My network is so terrible.
No.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grind this guy up and then load my bowl.
Okay. Okay, hell yeah. Okay, thank you, Emily. Big shout out to Sweetwater and their Black Lotus, our first time seeing it. I'm excited to see what that bad boy's all about. That one I don't think we've even had in the pre-rolls yet. I'm not sure. But also big shout out to Sweetwater for keeping new strains coming in and executing them well.
You know what? I just talked to someone about top shelf weed, specific brand in particular, and they were like, man, they just are growing the same shit over and over and over again. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, they need to switch it up. I need to try something new. Just saying.
And of course we have those customers, and then we also have the customers. But I like that. I can't believe you don't carry it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So there's always somebody. Yes, you can't make everyone happy. Can't. You know, which is a shame because it's literally Mary Jane in a dispensary. You would think.
Yeah. In
But-
a dispensary that you can pick from multiple different options, and we give you options of that one specific strain. Wild.
Over 100 in any direction. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
And I'm over here. I will look at every single one too.
Yep.
Like unless you tell me just grab one, I will be like, like I'll grab one that I would smoke. I'm always like, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Here we go. This one.
Yeah, that's literally
I
Yes.
can tell sometimes I'm annoying people. I'm like, okay, cool, you literally said any, I'll just grab any.
Yeah. Look. Look.
Look at that.
Yes. And also, especially if it's our recommendation, we want you to have the best recommendation. I don't want to give you the eighth with mostly stems in it. You know what I'm saying? And I told you this was a great smoke. You know?
Yeah, what the
No.
hell? And then you're gonna
No.
come in and be like, that person sold me some bunk weed.
Exactly.
And I'm like, bitch, hold on.
Exactly.
Right. I tried.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Big shout out to Sweetwater. Thank you, Emily. But this tonight, I am going to do the melted strawberries from Western Culture. This is a newer strain from Western Culture as well. This is in the top shelf. They're labeling this as a hybrid in the sweet category. Yeah. Big shout out to them. This has got 3 very decent sized nugs as I'm giving it a squeeze inside that bag, opening up those trichomes, essential oils, getting that nose profile ready. It feels incredibly dense. Density, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. Moisture, I'm also going to give this a 10 out of 10. As far as the packaging, you know we love Western Culture. Give it a little rippy, rip, yeah. And then give it a nice little, it smells a little sweet. Just a tad. Let's see if I can get a better waft. Let's see. Whoa. It is sweet. And I actually get strawberry. I'm getting strawberry creamy. I can see this being called strawberry shortcake. I actually think that would suit it better. It's almost got a yogurtiness behind it. So I'm going to say strawberry or straubs. Give it a little bit of yo-yo. Got some yogurt vibes. And yeah, I would also say it's got a little skunk. It's got or I would say more than skunk, it's got a poopiness. The yogurt and the poop are going hand in hand, which really is the most interesting combo, but that's okay. You know, only Mary Jane does that make my mouth water. Seeing because I'm not a big yogurt fan. And also I don't think I would want poop in any essence of my nose. But this is definitely nice. And on a scale of 1 through 10 as far as how loud this is probably like a 7. It's very, very obvious what the profile is. I'll give it a 7.5, but it's not really like super pungent. I don't think that this was 10 feet away from me in a half ounce, I would smell it. You know what I mean? With the jar open. I don't think that I would smell it. Whereas some grams, I open it and put it on the table and I can still smell that shit. I can't smell this until I put it up to my nose. But it is undeniably sweet. On a scale of sweetness, with a name like melted strawberries, this is a 10 out of 10 sweet, for sure. And I'm excited. I'm excited about what this is going to taste like. We're smoking this at the Streamline Scott today, in a bubbler. Although I feel like this would be fire in a jointy. I think this would be really, really good in a joint, just based off that profile. But let's take a peek at this. We got some nuggets. Very, very dense. Great coloration as well. However, I am going to say this is progressive growth hormones. It doesn't really look like a flower. It looks like a rock. It doesn't look like a flower. Pistils are so tucked into the nugs. You know what I'm saying? The calyxes, you can barely tell the difference between each of them. You know what I'm saying? It really just looks like a pebble rather than an actual flower. So I do think they may have put some growth hormones in here to kind of help the plant along. And this is a newer strain. Huh?
They're not required to put that on packaging.
No, not at all. Not at all. Which, may change in the near future. I really feel like that'll change. But, it definitely helps to curb appeal and things like that. Like I said, I get it. But also, there's a lot of side effects of smoking growth hormones. You know what I'm saying? And it's not needed. Mary Jane's so great as it is. Leave her alone. Just leave her alone. She's fucking fine. She's fine. But we're going to get into this. I'm excited. And we're going to see how this breaks down. I'm going to grind up one of these tinier nugs and just see how much I get out of it. And then leave the bigger guy. Let's see. But yeah, this is it's like ultra dead. Like, I can't even. Also stick yaya. Ridiculous. Big shout out to the melted strawberries from Western Culture. Now, Wanda, how are we feeling so far from that?
So, I'd say it's been going pretty well for the most part.
Okay.
And I'm someone who typically like struggles to go through a whole joint myself. Like I am definitely sharing it with Joey most of the time.
Big shout to Joey.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yep, and Cora.
Yes. She was so excited when I got home. It was so cute. The cat ruined it for her.
Aww.
Because Joey was letting him run around the house and just be goofs. And Krista saw me as I walked through the door. She just stopped, stared at me, and meowed and was like, walked to the bedroom to get Cora. I'm like,
Gotta get Cora.
yeah. And so Cora was already up by the time I got to the bedroom.
Aww.
Very, very excited that I was home.
Well, yeah. Mama Bear's here.
Definitely.
Yes. Okay. And would you say on the smoothness, did it continue to be a 7 out of 10 the entire smoke way through?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And on the actual functionality of the joint, did the tip get very resiny? Did the tip get very resiny?
All the riz.
I'd say yeah. But I've had worse, and I also will smoke infused joints.
Okay.
So those tend to get a little bit more resinier as well. So it wasn't something that I was like uncomfortable with.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if that's something you're not like if you don't like that, then I'd say it does have a little bit of that, so keep that in mind, kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. And Wanda, because you thought you were safe, what's your favorite flavor? Sun chip. Go. 5, 4, 3. That's a great fucking choice. And because you thought you were safe again, what's your favorite flavor of Lay's potato chip? Go. 5, 4, 3. Okay. Very nice choice. Very good choice. Big shout to anybody who's tried the fried chicken and waffle variety when they did those specials. Really just kind of tastes like batter and maple syrup a little bit with salt, but it was a fun try.
Yeah.
A very fun try. Okay, very fair. Thank you, Wanda. And when it comes to these desired effects, how are you feeling so far?
Very uplifted, very happy.
Okay. Mood enhanced.
Very happy, very heady.
Okay. Big shout to Hetty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Hetty.
I knew Emily would catch that. Okay, now, but now, Wanda, would you consider this more of a nighttime vibe or more of a daytime vibe if you had to?
I'd say more of like a midday vibe.
Okay. And what do you see yourself doing with something like this?
I'd say hanging out with friends, just playing video games, something relaxed, but still that like you can have to kind of focus on.
Okay.
So yeah, so playing it's good video games.
Okay. Now, is this creative at all?
I'd say yeah.
Scale of 1 through 10.
Like 5.5.
Okay. What do you see yourself doing after this?
Probably going in and hanging out with Cora and Joey.
Are you smoking more weed?
Probably in like an hour or so.
Okay.
I don't feel like I need to smoke more.
Beautiful. Okay. And we do love that. Listen, at a budget tier option like this, we are loving that. I'm loving that.
Definitely.
Okay, very fair. Okay. Thank you, Wanda. And then Emily, how are we feeling so far? And remind me what this one is.
This one was Black Lotus by Sweetwater Farms. So far, feeling very good. It's a very like slow down type of high. You know, the last hour of the day was like surprisingly busy for being super dead all motherfucking day.
Yep.
Like everybody spent all day with their mothers and
Yes.
then realized they needed some weed.
Yes. Big shout out to Mother's Day. Big shout out to all the moms out there.
Big
1000%.
shout out to all them good moms out there. It's great. Yeah, we were hella busy, and so like I kind of felt like I got behind on like my closing stuff, and so like I've literally been like go, and then driving here, and then coming here and doing chores because I always try to get some chores done before, which is why I always hop on like a minute or two late. But this is so nice. Like this is very much like a couch blocky. I don't really feel like doing a whole lot. Like I am real glad I got those chores done, because I don't want to do them. Not anymore. I don't necessarily feel super sleepy yet. I am quite tired overall. I do feel like smoking more of this will lead me to be even more tired. Finding it harder to keep my eyes open, like just in the sense that I am high, and it feels very like it starts here and then it just goes down, and like my feet just feel like they're sandbags.
Okay.
I got sandbags for feet.
Okay. Now, would you consider this more of a sedative high then, or is this more uplifting?
I would say sedative for sure. This does not feel uplifted.
Okay, excellent. And this, what's the name of this one again?
Black Lotus.
Bomb. Okay. Do they tell you? Don't tell me the cross. Don't tell me the cross. Okay, but now, would you, what smoke experience wise? How was that?
Have it on there, but
No, don't tell me.
I won't tell you.
Thank
but
you.
It is listed.
Okay, and thank you, Sweetwater, for listing it on your grams as well as your other sizes. That blows my mind, and I don't get it. Why companies don't do that? Stop doing that. But Emily, what would you? How was that smoke experience?
It was really flavorful. Like the first like hit, I definitely on the exhale got a lot of that like funk, a lot of the like lemony, sugary type vibe to it too. I wouldn't say lemony, but more of the citrus like family. It's kind of hard for me to pinpoint it, but more citrusy sugar funk. I got that a lot in the flavor, which was nice. Some hits were smooth, some hits made me cough. But I say it every time I cough. I'm a cougher, so like I'm gonna cough. It's like super rare if I don't. So it was great. I think it tastes real good. I'm almost done smoking my first bowl. I'm about to cash in a second.
Okay, so you are gonna continue though.
Yeah.
Okay, potency on this so far, what would you give it?
So far, I'm gonna give it like a solid 7. I think that it can get better if I smoke more, and I'm just on the first.
That's a T-shirt.
Yes, that is absolutely a T-shirt. That is fucking hilarious, and I'll be the first one to wear it. I'm ready.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that with a couple more bowls, it'll probably get me like where I want to be, and then I can just like absolutely turn off my brain after the podcast and then just chill.
Okay, then and as far as how it breaks up, how did it break up with it being so sticky?
That was beautiful. It was so easy to like kinetic sand almost.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, it was beautiful and just easy to, because it all kind of clumps together. So
Yep.
It's easy to like grab and transfer into a bowl. I use my fingers like a menace.
Why not? Okay. Okay, big shout out to the Black Lotus. And Emily, because you thought you were safe, what's your favorite Chips Ahoy product? Go. 5.
I really like
4.
their chewy chocolate chips.
So fire. In the red yaya.
Yes.
So fire.
Huge
So
ones.
fire.
Oh my god.
Don't let them get stale, because I'll still eat them. But they are so fire.
They are huge.
They are so fire.
Reminds me of a summer's day at my grandma's house.
Yes.
Fun.
Big shout out to Kevin Johnson, my cousin. Literally loved those growing up. Still does. Grown ass man. That's my older cousin. That nigga's like 39. Still be eating him some. I have a whole one to himself in his room. Kevin is legendary. Absolutely legendary.
He like hides it in his night.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do this shit.
Look, you never got to leave the room except to go to the bathroom. Got everything you need. But big shout out. And Kevin be smoking hella weed. Big shout out to Kevin.
Yes.
I
bet he does.
Okay, look.
He should be coy like that.
Aunt Karen's gonna watch this. Big shout out to Aunt Karen. Big shout out to Kevin. That's what Kevin is Aunt Karen's son. Big shout out. But okay, and happy Mother's Day to Aunt Karen, of course, and all the aunts out there. Happy Mother's Day. Even if the aunts
are huge influences too. Okay.
Yes, even if aunts don't have children, they still have such an incredible impact on those lives that they touch.
And I don't care. I don't have kids, but I will fuck someone up over someone else's kid.
Exactly.
Your kids are safe with me.
Exactly.
They're safe with me.
Happy Mother's Day, Emily and Wanda.
Yes, do you see the baby in the background?
No, you have to turn it. Oh, it's not a croissant. I was fully expecting a croissant.
No, she's not croissanting today. She's not even blepping. She
Look.
looks annoyed though.
Oh.
She looks so comfy.
And then there's just Iris
Oh.
on her red couch. Oh, she looks so happy. Look at that. Yeah.
Turn it more. There she is. There she is. There she is. It's like she has a permanent smile.
She really does.
She's so cute.
No. Alright. Nice to see you too, baby.
It's funny. A Shiba Inu came into the restaurant the other day that was 12 years old, and his orange was almost all gone, and he literally looked like your dog, but like in a miniature Shiba Inu version. And Emily, he could barely open his eyes. He was the cutest thing ever. He was like blind, he was deaf, he was just rocking and rolling, just standing. And bro, it was very hot outside, so of course he's like under the table. But like we have dog bowls at every restaurant, of course. But as he was standing under the table, he was like wavering side to side and like just had this smile on his face, and he was so cute.
Oh my god,
All I wanted to do, yeah, he was adorable. But nevertheless, big shout out to all the Shiba Inus and Huskies worldwide. Okay, very fair. Thank you, Emily. This is, I'm going to start us off with that scale of 1 through 10 because I am on 10%. This is the melted strawberries from Western culture. The flavor profile, I said, could be amazing in a joint. Sweetness comes through, and smoothness allows for the flavor to shine. On a scale of 1 through 10, how smooth this is, I'm going to give it a 9.5. It's definitely up there in some of the smoothness. I like the high. It's more of an invigorating type of experience. I feel clear-headed enough to be well-spoken, still get any point across I need to get across. I said it absolutely burns like a champ. Nice and sticky. It was incredibly dense, but it broke down like a champ. I literally had half a grinder, taking 5 to 4 hits, you know what I'm saying? Still got a crescent moon, in the bowl. That's another t-shirt, crescent moon. Can't beat it. Crescent. Crescent. Yes, and a bowl. Yes. Look, and the bowl is black. Or it could be white. And that's another thing. This has got white ashes, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of black because I haven't really got that deep into the bowl. So big shout out to them. And Western culture always doing a great job. And then once again, you didn't need the progressive growth hormones in order to make this shine. It would have been great on its own. Just let it be.
Sweetwater is a great example of someone that doesn't use progressive growth hormones. So people look at it and they go, and I'm like, this is what natural flower looks like.
Yes. It's what it should look like. It's what it should look like.
Western culture looks great, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But just know that they definitely
Exactly. It's like steroids. Same. They look great. You know what I'm saying? They look great.
Yeah.
But
what's the catch?
there's always a catch. That's a great way to describe progressive growth hormone. And I'm not gonna. I like I said, I told you, I'll look this up. You can type it in: side effects of smoking, progressive growth hormones. And like some of this stuff is actually quite like alarming a little bit because our entire thing about smoking weed is like it's good for you. It can't harm you. It's all these things. You know what I'm saying? But when you now put something else into it, it's like, but you gotta remember that's not what's supposed to be in it. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm looking at that article, like I've been in the cannabis industry for a decade before I read that article, and I was like, oh shit, like damn, you know what I'm saying? Like it makes you like triple think about, you know what I'm saying, the things you choose to indulge in.
Soil, what goes into it, if
Yes.
they use chemicals, pesticides, is it organic pesticides or no pesticides, where are they growing it?
Yep.
God, so many factors. It's
Yes.
literally insane.
Yes, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, but we got a little chip away at the block of knowledge,
Yes.
because there's so much to be had, and take your time. But nevertheless, big shout out to everybody.
Learn shit every day.
But but this is I said it's got a heavy chest and shoulder uplifting vibes and able to corner in the bowl no problem just because of how it broke down. Really pleasant. As far as head high versus body high, it's definitely more. What's both? This is a 7 out of 10 for both. Definitely more uplifting though. The sedation's there, and that's really just a side effect of me feeling the euphoria a lot, because the euphoria is definitely present as well. Dry mouth like a motherfucker, and this is definitely still anti-nausea as well. I think dry mouth literally is a side effect of anti-nausea, which is brilliant, and would I consider this like a functional high versus a not? Also, I would consider this a more daytime experience for myself at least, or a fun nighttime experience. I was just having a conversation with a lovely friend the other day, and I try not to do this when I go on dates and stuff like that, like ramble about cannabis, but they literally bring it up, and I'm like, well, you've let the dragon out of the cage, you know what I'm saying? But I was talking to her about smoking socially and why I'm actually more of a solo smoker or solitary smoker than I am a smoker out in public. Of course, I'll drink alcohol, you know what I'm saying, always, you know what I'm saying, as I need to stop and as I need to get my shit together. But nevertheless, I like it because it lowers your inhibitions. It, you know, turns you into more of that butterfly, you know what I mean? And you get to, as an extrovert, as a person, I think that it's a great, how should I say, it's a great, it's a great like trampoline. It's a great trampoline to like get me going. You know what I'm saying, or get me in that kind of headspace. But I then started telling her about like why I don't like it is because with cannabis, it's the dry mouth, and I was trying to like word it in like the nicest way possible, but I was like, and in particular, like it's not good for a whole bunch of things like kissing, or if you like want to do anything like more intimately serious, you know what I mean? And like I just started dying laughing because I was trying to say that, she was like, no, I also agree, like I feel the same exact way. She was like, I get what you're trying to say, Malcolm. I was like, okay, cool. But nevertheless, really funny.
Digging myself a hole here.
No. Never any holes. Trust me. When you've had the amount of experience that I've had, you're only yourself. So anything that comes your way is the universe bringing it to you, and they accept you 1,000% as you are. Never any holes. There's no holes to be made. The cake is already made. There's only icing to be laid. And then that was good. I'm proud of that. Nevertheless. Okay, but this is the melted strawberries from Western culture. I like the composure behind it as well. Able to snap right out and snap right back in. You know, well, I'm able to snap right out and step back in. But this is very animated. You know what I'm saying? Very animated, and it's funny. Strains like this at this time of the night, for myself personally, like, my heart's almost like racing because I'm getting excited socially. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying this podcast socially. I have to say, this is fantastic for podcasting. But would I consider this relaxing in general and at this point in the night? No. I don't feel relaxed at all. I feel very eager to listen to the next voice message that's on my phone, because we were just getting to the good part. But nevertheless, would I consider this tired? No. This is like a -5 as far as being tired. Do I feel energetic? No. Cannabis is not energetic. Personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't find any form of cannabis to be energetic. I could see it being cerebral or stimulated, but I don't really get energy. And I'm an energetic person, so maybe that's why. But also, everybody's different. Rock and roll. Also, but would I consider this good for anxiety? No, not at all. And I don't think if there was a situation that jumped up, like if I was in a, for instance, well, this weekend, if I was in a large venue and like a fight broke out, this would make me go crazy, especially when that was close enough. This, like, I might tweet. You know what I'm saying? I might do something that you know, I don't know. I'd probably actually freeze and just be really, really irritated at the fact that I froze, because like people were like falling onto me, and I was like, this is a lot right now. Like, that shit's always a lot. But luckily enough, I hadn't smoked this, and there you have it. Also, another reason why I don't smoke weed out in public like that, I was drunk as a skunk. I barely even felt that shit. And I'm just watching it just unfold. But nevertheless, gotta love Western culture and the melted strawberries. This is a fun high. If I had to give this a scale of 1 through 10, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this a very, 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 very solid. All things considered, 7.9 out of 10. This isn't an 8 out of 10. Well, I know, fuck it. I'll give it an 8.3 out of 10. I'll give it an 8. Because I'm gonna say this is top shelf, sure. But the desired effects are there. They are undeniably there. I smoked this and got under the influence. Sorry, officer, I am under the influence. You know what I'm saying? This is that kind of high, and it's undeniable. So a lot of times people are buying something like, I want something it's going to get me high. People say that shit all the time, thinking they're funny. You're not funny, but nevertheless, you're buying it. So I hope, for your sake, I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is something you could be like, yeah, this is going to get the job done, or at least it did for me, of course, as we're speaking from our experience.
That's what I always say. It did for me.
T-shirt.
A lot of good t-shirt ideas.
Yeah, you are full of the t-shirt ideas. Let's see. It's good for me. That's what I say. That needs to come on it as well. That's what I say. Okay, ready? And then like it's a lady holding a pie, like a little yaya jajish. But nevertheless, okay. Very solid 8.3 out of 10. Big shout out to the melted strawberries and Western culture. This is very prone to ramble. Wanda, what are we thinking on that scale of 1 through 10?
Definitely a 9.
Remind me this one.
It is the Jungle Driver Articulated Solutions
Beautiful.
budget option.
Gotcha.
And, you know, for the fact that it's a budget option, you know, it gets the job done. It does what you want it to. I give it a solid 9, you know.
Okay. Excellent. That's excellent to hear. And I'll tell you why. Wildfire has never got a 9 on this podcast, ever. I think Chuck maybe gave him a 2 or a 3, I can't remember. And actually, Chuck took it out halfway, didn't even finish it. And made me die laughing. But nevertheless, Chuck also has done that with High State. You know what I mean? So, and other people have also done that with High State, you know what I'm saying, and their quality depending on the strain. So, I love that as a cheaper option. That's incredible. That's incredible. Very, very good. Okay, very fair. Thank you, Wanda. And Wanda, because you thought you were safe for because you thought you were safe again. Favorite dish with the flavor or item? Mangoes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Is there a place I can find this? Mango sorbet?
THC maybe involved into it? Oh.
Wow.
Happiest place on earth.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yes. Excellent. Big shout out to HIGH-5. And I don't know if HIGH-5 Stevenson also has it. But they should.
I actually don't know if they have sorbet.
They
But I
should.
do feel like they should, yeah.
Yes, especially that's such a summer town. You know what I'm saying?
It is,
Yes.
or camping, hiking, especially like people going on the way out camping. They want to stop at a dispensary. That's going to be the only dispensary on your way out, other than Carson, I think, in the Hood River on the Oregon side.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. I feel like they do have. Well, I don't know if they do, but I wish and hope that they would. Very fair.
Yeah.
But okay, mango sorbet, a great answer, an absolutely great
I feel like
answer.
that would mean they would have to deliver it out there, because that's not one that Brian does deliveries on. They deliver it and
Right.
they refill the freezer and all that stuff too. So I feel like that might just be a Vancouver location, but I can always double check.
We shall. Very fair. Okay. Big shout out to Comrade though, and big shout out to mangoes. Wow, love a mango. I'm gonna counter yours, right? I do love mango sticky rice, but it has to be made correctly. It has to be made correctly. I had mango sticky rice in Thailand, believe it or not, and I was like, this is a 2 out of 10. I was so disappointed.
What?
I was well. I've had that. This is only one mango sticky rice, mind you. I probably had 30 mango sticky rice while I was there. Trust me. But this is one time this last trip. I didn't even want to get it, and she got the mango sticky rice anyway. And I was just like, I was like, my God. I will. I'm positive I'll be single for a little while longer but nevertheless, I just knew I was right. I was like, in my head, of course, as she's ordering, I'm like, do your thing, baby girl, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Live your best life. But in my head, I was like, I was like, I don't know if I feel mango sticky rice for some reason tonight. And it came and like the rice just wasn't sticky rice. It was like porridge rice. And I was like, no. I was like, no. I didn't say anything. Listen, I didn't say anything when she ordered it. But when it came to the table, I'm like, I'm just too animated. But nevertheless, I couldn't hide my emotion. Let's just say that. I tried it though. We ate it. I mean, I'm tripping, bro. I was so high. You know what I'm saying? Of course we ate it. But yeah, but just wasn't what I needed. Nevertheless, thank you, Wanda. Rock and roll. Then, Emily, what are we thinking on that scale of 1 through 10?
9.5. And I only dock it 0.5 because of the packaging.
Wow. Sweetwater again.
Get your shit together. But it's good. It's not even good, it's great. Like, this is a great weed. You know what I mean? Like, it is grown properly. It smells fantastic. It burns fantastic. It tastes good. This high is definitely, like, I've literally have gone cross-eyed. I can't even tell you how many times. I'm just so high, I just will zone out, and all of a sudden, like, there's 2 Malcolm, 2 Wanda. I need to get my shit together. You know what I mean? So, like, it's good. You know what I mean? Like, it's doing its job. I'm going to continue to smoke it. I still have a little bit left in the bowl, surprisingly, because I just yeeted it on accident. It's fine, it didn't break. So, but yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Get the packaging together, and then it'll be a 10. But it's great. I literally can't wait to recommend this to someone tomorrow that says, I want something that's gonna get me stoned and taste good.
Okay, very fair. And this, remember, we have it in the top shelf. I truly believe that Sweetwater is like top shelf quality. And it's very rare that I say that because of what we have in the middle tier, but like the things that I've tried, that ATF alone, was like, whoa. I've never had Alaskan Thunderfuck like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how many times have we had Alaskan Thunder? You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, big shout out to Sweetwater. Thank you, Emily. And Emily, because you thought you were safe, favorite dish to eat in twos, meaning you order 2 5, 4, 3.
What?
Okay, that okay. Like you would order two. No, stop. Okay, ready? That's okay. I know what I'm saying, so that's a hard one.
Chips?
Boom.
Okay.
Yes.
How about this? I just had a salmon fish and chips from a place called Three Peaks.
Nice. Okay.
They do a salmon fish and chips. They get their fish daily. They have a fish shop attached to them that they get fresh. Oh my god, it is so good. And it has a cute outdoor seating area. They get vendors that pop up often and ice cream vendors too. It's fun. No fish flavored ice cream, obviously. But
Hey, you never know. Caviar, yaya.
you never know.
Okay. But okay, very fair. Very, very good option as well. I've never tried a salmon fish and chips. That sounds I haven't. That sounds fucking bomb.
It is really good. There's a place down on the Oregon coast that does it too. That was the first place I tried it, and I never thought that I would get it here in Washington, at least this far into Washington, like in Vancouver, because like I've never seen it. It's always halibut or cod. So.
Right. And that's what are they frying the salmon or is it tempura? What are they doing?
Yeah, it's like coated in some kind of, I couldn't tell you what, but just like normal fish and chips, but with like, God, I don't know, Malcolm.
Okay.
It looks fried.
No worries. I'm wondering if it's like tempura, if it's like beer battered, or if it's just like a regular dredge. But nevertheless, with this internet and this phone, we can find out. We're gonna find out. But nevertheless, okay, thank you, Emily, and wonderful 54221. That was also probably one of my favorite reviews from you as well. Big shout out to the Black Lotus from Sweetwater, rocking and rolling. But it seems as though this has brought us to a close. I want to give a big shout out to everybody smoking weed and enjoying Mary Jane worldwide in every form, which way. To those who don't have it legal, man, legalize it. Come on now. Shouldn't even have to say that. Don't be stupid. And get your money. Legalize it and get your money. Think what you want, but make your money so we can make our monies and be happy and safe and not incarcerated. But nevertheless, big shout out to everybody worldwide. To my coworkers and colleagues, thanks y'all for coming out and partying. As always, stay high and humble, y'all. We'll see you soon. Peace. Have a good one, y'all.